Hello traders and welcome back to my YouTube channel IPDATrader. Now in today's video we are going to be talking about key levels for business in trading, which is a concept that is often overlooked and something that will help you in terms of your preparation when coming to the charts and actually looking to make correct decisions, right? It is very important that you have prepared some levels for yourself before you even actually look at plays in a position, right? There's too many traders that come into the markets and they have no preparation. They may look at different trades ideas on social media. They may be looking for a signal. They don't know what they're gonna be trading and when. And that's a big issue in the financial markets, right? Because essentially, the trader that's working hard on their edge and journaling and understanding a little bit about themselves is essentially going to be taking your money at the end of the day, right? Because that's how the financial markets work. When you come to the charts and to the markets, you should know exactly where you want to do business at and why and when. Those are three key things that you honestly want to be asking yourself, right? So as an example over here, right, we're looking at your USD. We're gonna get into a little bit more detail in a second, but just for me in this case, I know exactly where I'm gonna be trying to do business at in terms of um, looking to execute positions. Where do I want to do that? Well, I'm not looking at social media or looking at people in different groups to tell me where I'm going to be trading. I know exactly what I'm looking for and I know when I want to see it, right? As an example, here I'm looking to do business between 1.05530 and 1.05766, and that's it, right? You go to the charts and you look at specific levels, which often are going to be round numbers, but we're going to be getting into that in a bit. So if this sounds like something you want to learn today, make sure you stick to the entire video, because once again, I'm going to be trying my best to provide you with some education over here. So with all that being said, guys, let's actually get started with today's video. So guys, for this particular video, we're not going to be jumping into the drawing board. What we're actually going to be doing is looking at a random pair that that I don't trade and I don't usually look at, and I'm going to guide you through my entire thought process when it comes to picking key levels to actually do business at. Because trading is a business, and just like any business, you will need to have a precise bookkeeping and education behind it just to be able to fulfill your role within the business, right? So let's actually get over here, and once again we're gonna be picking a random pair. I'm just gonna scroll up and down, and whatever pair shows up is the one that we're gonna be taking a look at. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do the following. Let's go up actually, and okay, so Euro CHF, right? A pair that I never look at and that I've actually never traded in my entire career for a specific reason, but that's just something that's not relevant for now. And as we said before, we're going to be focusing on understanding key levels to do business at, okay? And the very first thing that I want you to understand is you should write it down, whether that is in a piece of paper or on your note, on your Word document, whatever it may be. You should write exactly down the levels that you're going to be trading, okay? And you're going to get those levels by simply looking at, once again, structure, liquidity, POI. Those ideas are going to give you your levels to trade. Okay, so as an example, let's look through this pair, okay? We're going to get a little bit of a broad view first, and we can see this. Okay, so I'm looking at this low and I'm asking myself, why is this swing low over here? Where is it coming from? I'm looking to my left and I'm trying to see. So when it's essentially that far away, what I like to do is draw a line, maybe copy the value of that as an example right over here, and you paste that, and now you know where this low is coming from, right? You look to your left and you see, makes sense. Here is some sort of orders being collected, some POI, and this is where the low is coming from. Great, that's just the daily. And once again, we're going to be focusing on key levels, but for now we need to have a little bit of a broader perspective in terms of what's happening. So we see previous few days were bearish. We just took out some internal structure over here, so there's no surprise. Why is it currently bearish? Now we look to the left. Where is this high coming from? Well, this mitigated this POI over here. That's interesting. Let's jump into an 8-hour and we get some more information, right? 8-hour tells me that this is the POI that has been mitigated, and we're now starting a descent. However, we're tapping into a potential POI over here, so I want to pay more attention and try to see what's happening, right? In terms of structure, it is obvious that we're starting to form bullish structure. However, that is the case because we might have been looking to trade into this area, which may resume now the bearish trend further down, right? Because this over here was actually responsible for this POI, which set this new lower low in place. So this may just keep dropping, right? That's something that is a possibility, not something that's guaranteed to happen. It's just something that I'm able to read just by looking at that. Now, focus on levels to do business at and why, right? So first of all, liquidity, trendline liquidity right over here, origin of this swing right over here, interesting area to do business at, right? And now we're going to get into the actual labeling of the levels, because what you will find more often than not, POI reversals, right, where you have scenarios where price taps a POI and reverses usually happen at round and flat numbers, right? Such as in this case 1.03400 as an example, right? So that's something that I'm gonna note on my piece of paper, and I'm gonna understand that if I wanted to do business with anywhere in this market, I'm probably gonna be doing it over here, right? And we're gonna be looking at multiple time frames, and we can see now, great, here is the open of the POI, which is right over here. So you know, right, that we have a key level at 1.03600. Interesting. Let's look a little bit more in depth. What key levels do we have in here? Well, we have 500, right? And you can make sure that that lines up. 500 is a potential level for me to do business at. 400 is a potential level for me to do business at. And essentially that's it in terms of the bullish POIs, right? So why am I picking this potential bullish block? Well, it's based on the idea that we've been having this uptrend. We understand that this current high is coming from a POI mitigation to the left, which may cause price to totally reverse. Nonetheless, price could still come down here, tap this, return into supply, and then continue dropping further down, right? Something that could happen. So even though if I'm going to be looking to take a buy over here, I'm not going to expect it to clear that high. I'm going to expect it to run into supply to potentially look for sells and drop. Right now we look at our internal structure. What do we see? Well, very straightforward. Internal break right over here. Where is that coming from? Well, obviously up there. You have a potential new area to do business at, right? You have this potential supply that is going to have some key levels within that's going to allow you to do business at. Okay, so let's do that. Actually, let's look for key levels within this POI region over here. Okay, what key levels do we have? Well, obviously 100 right over here, key level, potential point of reversal, potentially 500 flat right over here. You want to get a little bit more detail. You want to understand the lower time frame a little bit more in depth, right? So this is the market I'm working with, and this is the key levels that I'm picking so far. Now, let's look for more key levels because there are more here, in my opinion. We do have this one over here, which once again is a potential last point of true mitigation. How so? We had this low, we had this lower high, came back up, mitigated this block, and provided a new lower low internally, right? Externally, it does look like we're bullish. Nonetheless, we're at the extreme POI, so that's something to be considered right over there, right? So once again, we're gonna be denoting some key levels within this block, right? Because there will always be some sort of key levels. You can see 700 flat, potential reversal area. Let's go into the 15 minute. 15 minute shows us potentially 750. Right, and what I'm gonna do, if this is my analysis, if this is my work in terms of analysis, I need to know the following things, right? I need to know, what do I want to see at my key levels? Where do you want to see it, right? Well, we actually answered that with key levels over here, but technically speaking, you could say, what do I want to see? Then ask yourself, where do I want to see it? Lastly, when do I want to see it? Right, so these are things that you definitely need to be prepared. And what I would do is actually take, once again, a piece of paper and a pencil, note down these levels, and see if you were able to stick to that once you come to the end of your session, right? Tell yourself, today I'm going to be trying to trade Euro CHF, and I'm looking to do business at these levels over here for the following reasons, this and that. And I'm looking to potentially buy to have a short-term pullback leg into supply before we continue selling. And these are the following buy levels, and that's all I'm going to be focusing on. If they don't set up, if price does not trade in those levels, you don't trade that day, and that's it. You have to accept it, that there's going to be no trade for you that day, but that is something that you have to be considering, right? You have to pick POIs. Within your POIs, it is recommended that you denote your key levels and that you'll see reactions at those levels, which are going to provide you with potential trade opportunities, right? Remember, guys, that for every buy position that somebody opens, there has to be a counterparty to that. So the market will try to advertise to as many potential customers as possible, right? You have to be thinking about that. When it's moving up over here, it's trying to get people into buying. When it's moving down over here, very aggressively, big bearish candle, there's people that are going to be funneling into sells, right? So you have to understand that the market is constantly advertising to buyers and sellers, and that you have to remain cautious of that idea. And for that reason is why I recommend that before you start your trading session, once again, note down the levels where you're going to be trying to do business at. Note them down and see if you're able to stick to those levels. If you are, even if they end up losing, right? Let's say price comes down here, provides you some order flow breaks in your direction, you decide to go long, you take the buy, you put your stop loss below this POM mitigation, price travels a little bit further up, fails to reach your targets, drops down, takes you out. Well, that's still a correct decision to make. Why? Well, because you took, you essentially decided on these levels when you first came to the session, which is the moment where you're not going to be emotional and you're actually going to be thinking properly, right? Because when you're trading and things are moving, you're going to get excited, you're going to get FOMO, oh shit, it's dropping. It's not at my level, but who cares? It's gonna go down. You take the sell, and you get a -1 or rather quickly, right? So that's why it is so important for you to actually decide on key levels to do business at, right? Not gonna FOMO anywhere here. Once again, potential key level as well. Previous lows over here taken out, imbalance to the right. If you're in the mentorship, you know what this means. You could look for key levels over here as well, right? You could say, okay, so within this block, there's going to be a key level which I'm going to be interested in potentially going short, which is going to be 350, right? Now you have one more key level where you're potentially, if this lines up and you like what you see develop over here, you can look for shorts, and that's going to be part of your plan, right? So understand these different items, really. They will help you. The more you focus on your preparation, the easier trading will become, because you will be simply be like a robot. Yeah, you're gonna be following the same plan day in and day out, and that does not mean that you're going to be trading the same levels every day. It just means that you're going to take the very same approach every time you actually come into the charts and try and trade the markets. Because if you do not have a very well defined approach, there is a very high probability that the algorithm that's pricing the market up and down is going to exploit your human inefficiencies. Okay, because that's what they're based on. They're based on human inefficiencies, and they're looking to target that. If you're aware of that idea, you're aware of your key levels, you will have an easier time when trying to determine where do I want to be involved in this market. Because don't forget, the market is constantly advertising to buyers and sellers to get involved, right? So with all that being said, I do believe this should have provided you with some sort of clarity in terms of preparation. Remember, it is very important to come prepared. You cannot come into the market having zero idea on what you want to see, where do you want to see it, and when do you want to see it, right? You should have answered those questions. You should take a piece of paper and a pencil. You should note down the levels you want to do business at, and you should be patient enough for the market to get to where you want it to be. And then if things line up, you want to execute without hesitation, regardless if it loses or wins, you would have made the correct decision. Very important. Sometimes the market um will take your money either way, right? And you have to understand that. Other times you will be trading like a turd. Nonetheless, the market will decide to pay you, and it will just make you continue doing the same stupid shit that works once and fails 20 times after, right? Very, very important ideas to understand. So with all that being said, guys, I really do hope this once again provided some clarity. Feel free to drop video suggestions in the comments below. And yeah, I will see you guys very soon. Take care, everybody. Remember that I do not have a Telegram username anymore or group. So if there's anyone doing that, that's not me. If you want to contact me, you will have to email me, which is available for everybody to see in the contact section of my YouTube channel. So that is not a big deal, and you will be able to contact me that way in case you have any questions or things of that nature. So thank you very much for listening, and I will speak to you guys very soon. Take care, everybody.